Especially your roommate Gulzar, of course. उनके साथ तो खास ही है, and he's a new character, लोग बड़ा पसंद कर रहे हैं.
And a very good actor.
Very good actor. तो उनके साथ कैसी आपकी equation बनी?
It was interesting.
I mean, tell me something about it. It's something that we can sort of, you know.
So what I appreciate about that in regards to the story is कि आप ये दो लोग जो हैं जो बिल्कुल they live in the same country but they're from different worlds.
Yes.
And seeing them become one basically. ऐसा नहीं है कि उसमें आपको उनमें कोई ऐसा खास फर्क नहीं नजर आएगा by the end of it. They are both at an even playing field. That's something I appreciate about the script.
Absolutely. Or is he actually like that? जिस टाइम वो नजर आते हैं.
In some sense, I think he's from Naunsar Sharif, where the character is from. So he played it very, very realistically, and it was great fun shooting with him.
अच्छा, बहुत लोगों को ऐदे वफा को लेके confusion होती है that is it actually about these four boys and their stories and their lives, or will the actual patriotic element really kick in? I mean, बहुत बड़ा डर सबको यही है कि साहत का character तो शहीद हो जाएगा एंड तक और वहां तक लेके जाएंगे, but that seems like a very long journey to undertake. तो और अभी तक shooting भी चल रही है. Is the story evolving as we go?
The story will be evolving. I can't say too much about it, but
of course.
I think the you know, when you talk about patriotism and is it about these four boys, is it about patriotism, it's actually about on a deeper level, it's about आप ये देखेंगे कि जो चार लड़के हैं they go their separate ways. ठीक है, वो एक वहाँ चला जाता है, एक यहाँ चला, वो actually आप as the story evolves आप देखेंगे कि वो सब साथ क्यों आएंगे. Why will they all come back together? What is the purpose behind it? तो वो patriotism का element जो है वो है इतनी जगह, you know, with PMA and all these things happening, वो अपनी जगह है. But बाद में आपको पता चलेगा कि असल में इसकी ये patriotism कहाँ से आ रही है.
अच्छा, so another question that we all raise now and then is that ISPR बहुत projects में involved है अब. Television dramas भी हैं, films भी हैं, etc. So two questions. एक तो how do you feel about that? Because of course it's at the end of the day it's great for patriotism, but it's a bit strange as well for, you know, the agencies to be involved in drama making. And secondly, how different is it? जब ISPR की production involved होती है, तो actually technically while filming or shooting, how different is it? Is it more challenging? Do they have more demands? Are they more controlling? मतलब किस तरह, क्या फर्क है?
I don't think in most ways मुझे तो ऐसा लगा कि मैं बस एक ड्रामा ही शूट कर रहा हूँ, मुझे अपना काम करने दे रहे हैं, मुझे इन्वॉल्व रख रहे हैं, तो इट्स एक्चुअली क्वाइट नाइस फ्लूइड प्रोसेस.
राइट.
अब आई डोंट थिंक देयर इज अ सर्टेन डिवाइड बिटवीन एन ISPR प्रोजेक्ट और
Actually, you don't think so?
I mean in some senses obviously there's the patriotism element involved. लेकिन आप नोटिस करें कि आपने यही पूछा कि वो patriotism कहाँ से आएगी, तो they're also you know, they're presenting it in a way that it's fun to watch, but there is that it's not in your face about it, which is something I really appreciate.
Yes, and I personally get a great sense of pride when we see the PMA and, you know, the way cadets are.
And I think at the end of the day, it's good entertainment. देखने में आपको मजा आता है, आप एक fresh चीज आपको नजर आ रही है, and you know the ISPR is behind it. So I think
it's shot very well, if I may add. You know, absolutely, it is shot very well. And आप कह रहे हैं इतना controlling उनका नहीं होता.
No, I think in a normal sense, as any production house would control things, it's the same way.
Because I remember Parwaaz Junoon में बहुत था. Technically, it got very sort of, you know, intense with the airplanes and everything and the ammunition. अभी इसमें
later on, I mean, with the more heavy scenes that will come. Like, if you take Parwaaz, for example, you've got a JF-17 in the on screen, so you kind of there's a lot of technical things you have to look after. You know?
A lot of
so that's
really happening. मैं हर अपने weekend in review episode में ये ज़रूर पूछती हूँ कि मुझे हर दफ़ा लगता है whenever there's a parade or something, मुझे लगता है maybe the DG ISPR is going to make a guest appearance. Does he?
I mean, I don't know. I hope he will. I hope so.
We also hope so. We hope that little element of realism comes in. So physically challenging, ऐदे वफा, yes, absolutely, and you're doing a great job. शुरू में criticize किया लोगों ने कि भी the four boys don't look like they're passing out from Lawrence College,
I mean,
but क्या करते?
वो तो बिल्कुल बात तो सही है, लोगों की ये opinion है 100%. लेकिन I mean, जब हम वहाँ पहुँचे, हम सबने सोचा कि यार okay, बाल काटते हैं, shave करते हैं, but being there, seeing the boys at in Lawrence College, they all look same age and all that stuff. So I kind of went, well, अब realistic दिखाना है या वही typical चीज करें कि बस सब shave कर लें and we're all young. तो सबकी दाढ़ियाँ थी, किसी के लंबे बाल थे.
But now you're fitting in और कट तो करानी पड़ी जाके.
मुझे लगता है ये जो फौजी करते ना, मेरी बस किस्मत में यही है. And I'm okay with that though.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Ahad, moving from the bright and sunny hemisphere of Ahde Wafa to the very dark and almost sinister Ammar Ali Khan. शुरू में जब वो दो पहले एक तो जब उन्होंने प्रोमोज रिलीज किया तो देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ कंफ्यूजन अ लॉट ऑफ mayhem and you know लोगों ने कहा oh my god this workplace harassment and all that and how did you feel
Well, I
about
think
that?
first of all, I think it's good that people talk about promos, they talk about these
Yeah,
teasers and stuff
yeah.
like that, and they're so vocal about it. वो
They'll
I
talk
think
about
अच्छी बात है.
anything that
I think
presents
अच्छी
you
बात
and
है.
Sajal together. Let's
Sure,
admit it.
but I think पहली बात people judged it a bit too quickly, which is fine. थोड़ा सा I think शायद context देना चाहिए था before you presented it. तो I think
Yeah.
जब वो scene भी आया I think a week or two back,
Yeah, yeah.
तो लोगों को पता चला कि अच्छा okay it's not that. अब character भी समझ में आ गए कि वो एना कौन है, अमान कौन है. तो फिर वो आपको scene जरा okay you go all right I get it now. So that's okay. I think people maybe there's a bit of a technical problem with the promos, but I don't criticize in that sense. It's good that people spoke about it. अच्छी
Yeah.
बात है कि अगर आपको workplace harassment नजर आई तो कुछ बोला है उसके बारे में.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Whether it's to do with the serial or not, नजर आया तो लोगों ने बोला great. Although I would argue कि there's some other serials that I've been watching जो भी on air तो उसमें तो बाकायदा workplace harassment नजर आई तो किसी ने कुछ बोला नहीं. तो I felt that was a little strange.
Right.
But
of course you're not going to name them.
No, because it's part of their serial, it's part of the project. तो मैं उसके बारे में गलत तो नहीं कह सकता कि वो was part of their project. तो it's part of it. It's not like I can say कि देखो यहाँ हो रहा था. I can't point fingers because why should I? It's their own creative work.
Right,
that's okay.
right, absolutely. So tell me about Amanullah. Now, शुरू में जब हमने Amanullah को देखा, तो we felt that oh my God, this is like they're channeling Christian Grey, but they can't do too much of. But they can't do too much Christian Grey, of course, in Pakistan. लेकिन comparison to obviously that would be fun though. But हल्के से grey shades तो है, हल्के नहीं काफी.
It was a very strange role because strange maybe सही लफ्ज नहीं है. But
complicated,
but a little more emotionally demanding than I not hoped. I mean, I think आप जब कुछ पढ़ते हैं versus आप जब perform करते हैं तो वो उसकी जिंदगी पे शुरू होती है तो वो खुद develop होना शुरू हो जाता है. And the way Farhad Ishtiyaq wrote this character was पहले भी जब मेरी उनके साथ बात हुई थी तो I read it and I said, "Are you sure I can do this?" So I won't tell you what she said, but
no, we want to hear what she said.
Well, I think she put a lot of trust in me.
Yeah.
So with that, I really appreciate. And Mohammad Dareed also, they trust me with these roles, which is a blessing for me. लेकिन वो रोल ऐसा है कि मैं इसलिए ज़्यादा बात नहीं करना चाहता उसके बारे में. Although I will, I want people to experience him as they perceive him. अब आप देखें लोग ये डिस्कस कर रहे हैं कि मेंटल हेल्थ के इश्यूज भी डिस्कस हो रहे हैं सीरियल में, बट हमने उसको वैसा देखा नहीं. हमने उसको कैसे देखा? We looked at them like two characters जिनके हैं प्रॉब्लम्स तो हैं, लेकिन आई थिंक अगर आप इस ड्रामे को एज अ मेंटल इशू, सोशल इशू हाईलाइट करते हैं तो फिर फोकस भी उस पर होता है. अच्छी बात है कि लोग देख रहे हैं और उनको खुद फील हो रहा है कि यार इट्स गुड दैट दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस स्टफ, इट्स गुड दैट इट्स बीइंग प्रेजेंटेड दिस वे. अगर आप एक चीज को पहले से लेबल कर देते हैं तो पीपल विल सी इट दैट वे. बिल्कुल ठीक है. इसलिए मुझसे कोई पूछता है, आई हैड समबडी आस्क मी अ क्वेश्चन कि आप सोशल इशू ड्रामे क्यों नहीं करते? मैं कहता हूँ कि भाई मैं जो भी ड्रामा करता हूँ उस पर सोशल इशू तो है, रिगार्डलेस ऑफ मी स्टेटिंग इट. अब आप अगर डॉक्टर असफनिया की बात करें, ही सफर्ड फ्रॉम पीटीएसडी, बट मैंने बोला तो नहीं कि पीटीएसडी हो रहा है, लेकिन फ्रॉम वाचिंग आपको फील होता है कि ओके हिज पास्ट इज स्टिल ट्रबलिंग हिम. तो इन दैट सेंस आप एक सीरियल देखते हैं, आप एक फिल्म देखते हैं, फॉर यू टू पुट अ प्री-डिटर्मिन्ड जजमेंट ऑन इट, it doesn't make sense. People should experience it on their own as a